So I know we usually end in acknowledgements, but I need to thank Miss Gill and Mr. Winograd for making all of this happen. Thank you guys so much. Now, how many of you play an instrument? Okay, quite a few. And how many of you who don't know how to play an instrument would like to learn to play one? In this talk, I'm hoping to inspire you to pick one up or maybe even join a band or orchestra. I play 2 instruments, the flute, as you just saw, which I started on this year, and to be honest, I think I'm getting the hang of it. I also play the violin. This is my 6th year playing it, and it's amazing. I play these because, first of all, I love them, but second of all, because playing an instrument can help benefit both you and me in all sorts of ways. The first way I found that playing an instrument can benefit us is by boosting our team building skills. You need to be able to cooperate with each other. This has definitely happened to every musician that plays in a band or orchestra. There was this one time I sat right there in front of a saxophone, and being a flute, how loud do you think it sounded? Well, I had to ask one of them to be a little quieter, and since then, we would always communicate when we didn't understand something. And you always have to make sure everybody's doing the music in harmony. When we first started out as a band, I can tell you we sounded pretty bad. I actually found out why the reason our music was so bad. It's because when we weren't in harmony, we were all focused on ourselves. We needed to focus more on the team. Once we got used to our instruments more, it was much easier to do that. And when we play as a band or when you play as an orchestra, you always have the same beat. But I found with my research that that's actually because your hearts are beating to the same beat of the music. So when the music has that beat, your hearts have the same beat as you play. I've also found that playing an instrument comes with the benefit of improving your listening skills. You need to be able to hear the melody of the music. You need to hear when you play soft or loud. You need to hear when you play a note wrong. Whenever I'm in my violin lesson and I play a note wrong, I'm able to adjust my fingers easily because playing an instrument has changed the way I listen to things. During the winter break we had a while ago, I actually learned how to play Jingle Bells by ear on the piano. Did you know that playing an instrument actually does make you smarter? I've tried to get people to realize this, but they just don't believe me. Playing an instrument helps involve both sides of the brain. The left, more linguistic and mathematical side, and the right, more creative side. When this happens, you're able to come up with more diverse or more options for an answer. You can come up with some crazy answers and even some crazier ideas. Some of my best ideas came from my music. My idea for this very talk really developed right there in that very band class. My mind was blank when I couldn't find an idea for my 3D design project in STEM. But after I came home from my violin lesson, I had a really unique idea. It truly amazed me after I started looking deeper into it. Playing an instrument also taught me how to manage my time. It taught me to be more organized. Now, since I play 2 instruments, I have to balance those 2 instruments, homework, sports, family time, and my brothers all into one afternoon. I've been so aware of the time outside of school that I now do it in school. I'm always careful that I'm not late to class, when lunch or breaks are over, and how much longer we have in classes. It's actually rubbed off on me, because you have to take care of your instrument with a lot of care. It changes the way, even when you don't have an instrument in your hands. When I'm on my bike, I'm always careful not to run into anything, and when the hallway's crowded, I'm always careful not to bump into any other kids. If playing an instrument can really make us more mindful, maybe it truly is the ultimate happiness maker. In this talk, I'm hoping that maybe after this, you're willing to try something new. I know that somehow you can all start playing an instrument. And if you need any suggestions, please don't be afraid to come and ask me.